So I want to do past, present, and future for the Divine Feminine, and I want to use Tarot deck because I haven't used a Tarot deck in a long time. And this is the Every Little Thing. I love the pictures on it. It's like the same as the Green Witch Oracle card. Like they're just so beautiful. And the past, the first card that I got was the Nine of Cups. And the thing is, when I was shuffling, it just flipped over. So I'm not sure. I don't remember when I just did it 2 seconds ago, but I don't know if it was in reverse or if it was upright. So I'm going to read it both ways for you. So either that in the past, I'm going to read it first if it was upright. Either in the past was, sorry, give me 1 second. So either in the past, it was that you had experienced a situation that felt like your wish fulfillment, that you felt was giving you everything you needed. So yeah, you either felt like in the past that this was something that was your wish fulfillment, that gave you contentment, that gave you satisfaction, and that felt like it was your overall well-being. It could have been a relationship that you were in and you felt like this was your wish fulfillment, this was your future, this was your life partner, and then things happened that maybe made you realize that this wasn't your wish fulfillment, that this wasn't the right path. Could have been a career that you felt like, oh, you were making this much money and you were stable in your career and everything, you're meeting all these people in your career, and then after maybe you had a spiritual awakening and you felt like, I don't align in this career. I'm doing this just for the money and it doesn't fulfill me. It doesn't make me feel like rewarded, right? So you started to realize that this is not the place for me. So in the past, you either went through something that you felt like was your wish fulfillment, or maybe it was your wish fulfillment for a while, and then after something happened where you changed and you felt like this is not working for me, or the relationship changed, the relationship became toxic, or the environment just, you didn't feel a place anymore, it wasn't something that you wanted to do, so you decided to leave that job. Or if it was in the reversed, it means that unfulfilled desires, materialism, or need for introspection. So in the past, either you were in a situation that was fulfillment, or you were in a situation that was unfulfilling, that was just, you were doing it like a job that was just based on materialistic. You were in a relationship because you just felt like it was stable and safe, but it wasn't fulfilling you, right? And that's when you went into introspection, what I said, had your spiritual awakening, and you're like, I need to reassess what I really want out of life. So that was something that you experienced in the past. And then with the next card that I have is the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is about indecision, stalemate, or need to make a difficult choice. It can represent a situation where you're feeling torn between two options, or where you're avoiding making a decision altogether. The blindfolded figure of the card often symbolizes a deliberate choice to block out distractions or avoid seeing the full um, picture. So in the present moment, you're probably going through this situation where you're unsure of what decision to make. Maybe it's a decision of whether to stay where you are or move. Maybe it's a decision whether to be with this person or be with that person. Maybe it's a decision whether to do this career or do that career. Maybe it's a decision of whether to post videos or go get a job, a 9 to 5, right? Like, you're faced with this decision that you're like, I don't know what to make. Like, and maybe you've been in this decision for months, a year even, right? Where you've been in this indecisive decision and you've been using all these things to distract yourself. Like, distractions, some things that are like not serving you distractions, and some distractions that have been serving you. So whether it's been working on your healing, spending time in meditation, like grounding in nature, like those are distractions, but they're distractions that are helping you, right? But along the way, you're doing all these things, keeping yourself busy. You could even be working on your passions, but you're not taking the time. Even if you're in meditation, you're not taking the time to really approach that topic, right? That topic of what decision you want to make. So maybe you have been spending some time in meditation. Like, you see how this is like an axe, and like there's two different weapons and there's two different choices, and this is what's like what's blocking them from coming together, right? So it's like one of those things that it could be a person, it could be a job, it could be anything, it could be a place, and you just are trying to get the answers, but every time you try to think about the answers, you just feel overwhelmed about it. So it's at a place where you're like, I don't know what to do anymore, right? So you're like, hold on. So it's like you're almost avoiding seeing the full picture, or you're not able to see the full picture because you're so caught up in anxiety when you think about it, or you're trying to do all these mediums just to distract yourself so that you don't have to think about it, right? So it's one of those things that it's like it's gonna keep knocking, and your intuition's gonna keep knocking. That door is gonna keep knocking. It's not gonna go away. Like avoiding it, doing these distractions, just working on yourself is good, but you have to face the thing that the difficult choice that you need to make, right? You need to spend a lot of time reflecting on it and trusting what your heart is telling you. I think that because you're caught up in fear, you're unsure what your heart is telling you. And maybe you just need to be patient and wait for the clarity to come, but you need to spend that time really asking yourself the hard questions. Um, yeah, because you're in this place like where you're still in a still place, feeling stuck, making yourself feel stuck. It could be a mental thing that you're mentally not changing from a behavior because you're still stuck in old pattern, right? So, sorry, I just want to look at the card meaning again. Yeah, so you're just stuck in this place of indecision, and things are not going to progress forward until you make that difficult decision. And then what the future holds, so that's in the present, what the future holds, this is Champion of Pentacles. And I don't even know what that is. You can tell me what animal that is in the comments. If it's a spider, I don't know. And then there's the eyes that are like watching, and then the pentacle at the top. So beautiful. And sorry, hold on. My son's playing with like soap and water outside and bubbles, so let me just get him his stuff again. So what the future holds, Champion of Pentacles, it says that it's equivalent to the Knight card in the standard tarot deck, and this card embodies the meaning of a knight, but the champion title emphasizes a role of actively championing or supporting someone in one's path, in one's life. It represents a person who's taking action, often in the practical or material realm, to pursue goals and create stability. So I'm hearing three different things with this. So in the future, I feel like you're on this path where you're taking aligned action to pursue your passions, right? And through that, it's going to be that you're going to gain in the practical sense in the material realm by you doing these steps of taking aligned action, and maybe in the future you're going to get more momentum and more energy to really own in and like do more for what you're already doing. Or you might that difficult decision could be that you might realize, oh, this path that I was doing isn't working, but I've gained all these skills that I can use it to pursue something else. So the difficult decision could be letting go of the past and the thing that you're doing right now and moving on to something else. Or the difficult decision could be letting go of a past person and moving on to a new person. Or the situation is that someone could be coming into your life, someone new could be coming into your life, or someone from the past that is there to support you on your life path, that you're not meant to do this life path alone, that someone is there to help you pursue your dreams, or they're already established and successful, that they just want to like take care of you and share with you and work on building an empire together, right? So it's like by you both pursuing your goals, or you just continuing to pursue your goal, it's going to lead to stability. But you need to make this difficult decision of letting go of something to pursue something new, or welcoming that something and building with that someone, or changing your environment to build it in a new place, right? Or building in the place that you are now. So there's I feel like the difficult decision is something that like you're almost overwhelmed. You are overwhelmed, but you're frustrated with it. Like, I don't know what to do. So yes, you're hearing this right now, but you're trying your best to try to find the answers of what to do, but the clarity is not coming to you. So you're like, what else are you supposed to do? And the thing is, it's just about sitting more and more and more in silence until your heart feels peace about that decision. Don't neglect your stuff. Keep working on your passions. Keep going outside, grounding and all that stuff. But as you're grounding, try to not ignore what your soul is telling you. If you wake up in the morning and your soul starts giving you all these thoughts, take that time to, instead of rushing to do, take that time to sit and be like, okay, I'm going to listen and see what it is. Get out your journal, write it out, what's coming up to you and what feelings, and that way you can look back to it on, hey, like, this is what I was feeling a few days ago, this is what I was feeling a month ago, and have I made a decision yet, or am I still in the same type of feelings and not able to come to a conclusion? So once you make that decision, this Knight of Pentacles, you or someone else is going to come in and help you support your dreams. So I hope this helped, past, present, future, Divine Feminine, and yeah, see you.